Alright, so this is the first drive with the MX-5, now with a working alternator, and should be about 0.4 bar or something. Like normal driving around and stuff already feels pretty okay. But yeah, I didn't have any issues before. Or rather. I hope you can see everything. Okay, so this is very low boost. What the fuck's this? Oh. Okay. Okay, so transitions need some work. Okay, so I have pulled up the log I did for my first drive because, yeah, I just want to have a look at how the car is behaving or what boost we actually reached, because I didn't have a boost gauge on right now or in that drive because I don't have my tablet mounted yet, and the laptop was just on the passenger side, yeah, capturing basically the tune. I also did not have any AFR sensor hooked up because for some reason my wideband was not trying or not really working or trying to work. So yeah, that was a little bit of an issue. Okay. Also, what I wanted to check is if my alternator was working correctly, because I have had trouble with that, and on the NB alternator, the control is actually integrated into the ECU, so I had to wire it to a alternator control board. I could have also done it to the ECU, but I had that board still laying around, so yeah, that should be good. As you can see here right now, we have the maximum values right here. So right here, I'll make the window a little bit smaller so that you can actually see the left side. There we go. Yep, and we have the current values that the cursor's on right here. So at idle, already the alternator voltage looks good, 14 volts, we're targeting around that. And I have pulled up the RPM, the map, so actual boost pressure, battery voltage, injector duty cycle, because I want to know how much duty cycle the injectors run. Well, it isn't really... I'd say it isn't really necessary, because I have plenty big injectors for the power I'm running, because I'm not running much boost yet. But I still want to see how much that is, because also you can kind of calculate the power you're running by the duty cycle if you had the AFR. Some other things are ignition timing, so how many degrees of ignition timing I'm running at the exact moment, and yeah, this is where I started driving, which is not really anything too impressive or too interesting in my opinion, so we can skip that. This is where I did the first few pulls, so I did go into a little bit of boost, only slightly above ambient pressure. So the turbo already seems to create boost at about 3800 to 4000 RPM, which is a lot sooner than the GT35 I had previously. I'm now using a GT30. It has a lot bigger of a compressor, turbine housing, but is in general a lot smaller, so that's why it spools faster. Also, the wastegate spring I have in there is very, very light, so that's why we're going to see very low boost. And that's why you can see here a maximum of 128 kPa, which is barely like 4 psi. So yeah. So this was the first kind of pull. As you can see here, we crossed the 100 kPa threshold at about 3500 RPM. So that's where it's trying to create pressure or trying to make pressure, begin to make pressure, which is pretty good actually. It is a China turbo, so I didn't expect too much. And at 5500 we were at the 3 psi where the wastegate actually already opens, so yeah. But my fuel injectors were already at 33%, so I think we just ran really, really rich. Same thing here. At 5100 here the boost tapered off, or the lack of boost tapered off at about 5500, so we reached peak boost there. Then on our next pull we are same thing at about 5200 RPM. So yeah, nothing really exciting. Good thing is our battery voltage is staying constant, so the regulator is doing what it's supposed to, so it's not with higher RPM, it's not rising above anything. I'm gonna check where I did a few pulls to limiter. For example here, that was, yeah, like you can see here, the boost is at like 0.2 bar. It's really not a lot. And that's a little bit wavy. And 34% injector duty cycle. It may just be like really rich, and that's why the duty cycle is relatively high in comparison. Then here we have, because I was hitting the limiter, we have a few boost spikes, and that's actually also where the 128 kVA came from. And here we also have some voltage spikes. I guess that the alternator or the control module can't handle it that well, but we are not spiking that high. It's only 15 volts, so that's still fine. Not too bad. I've seen voltages over 15 on other ECUs, and that didn't have any problems, so we should be good there even with that. Here you can also see, I think I'm going from a, no, not going from a lower RPM. This is third gear, I think. We're also 5500 RPM full boost, yeah. So the log isn't anything particularly special, so yeah, it's not really, especially because I don't have any AFR listed or in the log, and especially because I do not have a lot of boost in there. It's not really anything too particularly interesting. I just wanted to check out what the car is running boost wise and if everything else is working except for the wideband. But I actually found out how to get it working again, so in the next video on this car we will turn up the boost and actually have wideband control, and yeah, stay tuned for that, I guess, and see you next time. Until then, goodbye.